Welcome to Landover, Maryland, where EA Sports presents the third game of the Western quarterfinal between the Buffalo Sabres and the Washington Capitals.
I'm Jim Houston with Darryl Ray. I hope this is a barn burner.
It looks like it's setting up to be a dandy.
Pekka wins the draw cleanly. Wilson moves it ahead. Towards the net. Behind the net. Brown passes over to the wing. Juno over to the wing. Wilson passes ahead. Hasek holds on to it. Witt shoots! The pass is intercepted by Burridge. Back to Mironov. Moves in. Witt winds up. Hasek moves it to Holland. Holland starts out to center. To the net. Holland passes across. Kolzig gets the puck to Witt. Kolzig gives it to Mironov. Washington should be making a line change soon. To Holland. Buffalo should be making a line change soon. To the net. To Burridge. Kolzig passes it across. Belted to the ice by Burridge. Ward to Plant. Burridge scores!
They left him high and dry that time.
Nicolishin gets to the circle. He'll face off against Nickel. And they drop the puck.
Buffalo goal, scored by number 12, Randy Burridge, assisted by number 26, Derek Plum.
Brown winds up. Quick shot to center. Cruz has a breakaway to the net. Passes it across to Tenorti. Nicolishin starts out. To Bellows. Ahead to Nicolishin. Great hit to Nickel. Nickel into the middle. Buffalo has a fresh line on the ice. Washington needs to get a fresh line out there. Behind the net. Woolley over to Zhitnik.
Over here!
Buffalo is ahead by one. Nicolishin was knocked down to center. 3:59 into the first period. Washington has a fresh line on the ice. Primo gets knocked to the ice by Nicolishin. To Kolzig. Kolzig holds on to it. Buffalo gets possession off the draw. Buffalo should be making a line change soon. Gonchar was knocked down. Kolzig gives it to Miller. Hunter drops his gloves. And here we go. Cruz throws a haymaker, and again. Cruz goes after him with a haymaker. Cruz turning this into a carnival sideshow. He lets fly with a haymaker.
You have to give him credit for even getting up.
Hunter will get 5 minutes for that little show of affection. So will Cruz.
Washington penalty to number 32, Dale Hunter, a 5-minute major for fighting. Buffalo penalty to number 24, Paul Cruz, a 5-minute major for fighting.
Oates to face off against Pekka. Washington has fresh legs on the ice. To Pekka. Pekka gets hit. To Witt. Holland hits him. Sveikovsky gets the puck to Mironov. Witt winds up. Shatan ahead to Pekka. The Buffalo Sabres 1, Washington 0. Moves in. McKee to the net. Pivonka starts out. 4:13 left in the period. Buffalo should be making a line change soon. Hasek gets the puck to Pekka. Pekka gets a breakaway. Fires, saved by Kolzig. Washington has fresh legs on the ice. He's flattened by Ray. To Bondra. Gonchar winds up. He shot it from the slot. Juno to Gonchar. What a hit! To Johansson. Gonchar shoots! McKee passes it across. Washington should be making a line change soon. The goalie leaves the net on the delayed penalty call. Penalty against the Sabres for hooking.
Buffalo penalty to number 22, Wayne Primo, 2 minutes for hooking.
Game on. Johansson winds up. Buffalo is ahead by 1. Woolley into the offensive zone. To Nickel. To Bondra. 1:39 left in the power play. Bondra to Oates. Zednik turns it over. Shannon clears the puck down the ice. Just 2 minutes left in the penalty. Buffalo should be making a line change soon. Bondra knocked to the ice by Wilson. Oates moves it on. Bondra winds up. Pekka clears the puck.
He just keeps stoning this power play.
Shannon into the middle, moves in towards the net.
He shouldn't be asked to make that save.
Buffalo should be making a line change soon. To Bondra. Buffalo still leads by just a goal. Bondra winds up. He fired it.
Last minute of play in the first period.
Hasek moves it to Woolley. Time runs out on the penalty to Primo.
Stellar net minding.
The Capitals win the faceoff. Witt gets hit. Pass intercepted to Mironov. 20 seconds to go. To Mironov. 10 seconds to go. His pass intercepted by Mironov. And that's the end of the first period.
Fans are reminded that smoking is not permitted in this building.
Welcome back for the second period of today's game on NHL 99. Both teams are passing well in this game. To Juno. To Brown. Brown winds up. Oates. Wilson moves it ahead. Pekka gets a breakaway. Takes the shot. Kolzig moves it ahead. Tenorti feeds it ahead to Brown. Juno into the middle. Shatan flattens Juno. Wilson passes across. Shatan has a clear path to the net. He shot it. Buffalo should be making a line change soon. Washington should be making a line change soon. Moves in to the net. Into the corner. Kolzig passes ahead to Oates. Washington leaves this line out for an awfully long shift. Plant over to the wing. Plant moves in towards the net. Kolzig covers up the puck. Nikolishin gets to the circle. He'll face off against Nichols. Washington has a fresh line on the ice. Nikolishin breaks out to Bellows. It's one-on-one. Into the corner. This is going to be a real test for Cruz. Tikkanen drops his gloves. Cruz catches him squarely with that one. And again! This bout has been completely dominated by Cruz.
I'll give him credit for hanging on.
And it's a decisive win for Cruz. Tikkanen will get 5 minutes for that little show of affection. So will Cruz.
Washington penalty to number 11, Esa Tikkanen, a 5-minute major for fighting. Buffalo penalty to number 24, Paul Cruz, a 5-minute major for fighting.
The Sabres change up their lines. Pekka winds up. Shatan passes across. Shannon into the middle. Shannon moves in. Pivonkov moves it to the blue line. Zednik gets the puck to Johansson. To Pivonkov, who took the shot from the right. Washington should be making a line change soon. Odette over to the wing. Buffalo. Odette scores! Pivonkov gets to the circle. He'll face off against Pekka.
Buffalo goal, scored by number 28, Donald Audette, assisted by number 45, Scott Nickel, and number 46, Jason Holland.
Buffalo with a commanding lead in this one. Pivonkov turns it over. Shannon starts away. The Sabres change up their lines. Shannon to the net. He takes a slap shot. To Wilson. Tenorti moves it to his own blue line. To center. A delayed penalty call against Buffalo. Penalty against the Sabres for roughing.
Buffalo penalty to number 81, Miroslav Shatan, 2 minutes for roughing.
The puck is dropped. At center to Burridge. The Sabres change up their lines. He touches the puck for icing.
Adam Oates has been one of the best playmakers in the National Hockey League ever since he came into the NHL.
And he was never drafted. He went from playing junior B hockey in the Toronto area to college and then was signed by the Red Wings as a free agent in 1985. Quick shot on goal by Zhitnik. Brown starts out. Burridge flattens Nikolishin. Buffalo should be making a line change soon. Moves in towards the net. Shoots. Zhitnik scores. Shorthanded. Let's take a look at that one again.
Here he has the puck. He let a backhand go that beat him along the ice.
They move into position for the faceoff.
Buffalo goal, scored shorthanded by number 44, Alexei Zhitnik.
Oates won the draw. To Zednik. Buffalo has a solid lead. Nickel knocked to the ice by Bondra. The Sabres start changing on the go. Buffalo looks to be in control of this game. Washington has a very tired line out on the ice right now. A delayed penalty call against Nickel. Buffalo gets called for roughing.
Buffalo penalty to number 45, Scott Nickel, 2 minutes for roughing.
Nikolishin gets to the circle. He'll face off against Pekka. The puck is dropped. To Sveikovsky. It was kept out by Hasek. Shatan comes out of the box as his penalty comes to an end.
That's a big stop. What is this power play doing?
Shatan over to the wing. Shatan into the attacking zone. Nikolishin passes it across. Buffalo has a very tired line out on the ice right now. Shatan moves it into the middle. Moves in. Juno winds up. Washington has a very tired line out on the ice right now. Washington has really been moving the puck around well. Just 2 minutes remaining in the period. Shatan made the shot from the left. Kolzig slows things down by covering up. The Capitals win the faceoff. Both teams are passing well in this game. To Pekka. To center. Nickel comes out of the box as his penalty comes to an end. Washington looks exhausted out there. To Cruz. Penalty called for cross-checking.
Washington penalty to number 77, Adam Oates. 2 minutes for cross-checking.
The ref gets ready to drop the puck. They drop the puck. Buffalo gets possession off the draw. On to Audette. To Woolley. Washington really needs to get another line out on the ice.
Last minute of play in the second period.
Washington will work hard to give the goalie a good look at the shot here by keeping the front of the net clear. Woolley moves in. Woolley moves in. Kolzig gives it to Tenorti. Oh, a truck hit him. Audette to the net. Buffalo having success at both ends of the rink in this game. Audette shoots the puck, and that's the end of the second period.
Fans, if you're looking for great NHL memorabilia, don't forget to drop by the souvenir shop on the lower concourse.
The teams line up for the faceoff. Here we go again. Buffalo looks to be in control of this game. Brown clears the puck out of his own zone. To Shannon. That's icing against Buffalo. The teams line up for the faceoff. Pivonka won the draw. Johansson passes it across. Pivonka then shot it. Johansson winds up. Both teams are passing well in this game. To Johansson. Quick shot on goal. Bondra then blasted it. Woolley chips it ahead to Cruz. Woolley out of his own zone. Woolley to the net. Woolley flattened by Goncher. Buffalo with a commanding lead in this one. Kolzig covers up the puck. The Washington Capitals win the faceoff. Buffalo will try to put some bodies in front of the net and look for a rebound. He's jolted by Pekka. Washington should be making a line change soon. To Oates. Juno scores!
Let's take a look at the replay. Here he has the puck, takes the shot, that beat him low.
Hunter gets to the circle. He'll face off against Plant.
Washington goal, scored by number 90, Joe Juno. Assisted by number 77, Adam Oates, and number 55, Sergei Gonchar.
Kolzig passes ahead. Hunter smacks Nickel. To Konowalchuk. Takes the shot. Miller shoots. To Brown. Washington should be making a line change soon. Hunter jostles with Cruz. Hunter throws his gloves to the ice. Cruz gets things started. Cruz surprised him with that punch. And again. And again. This has got to be more than a little embarrassing for Hunter.
I wonder what color the sky is in his world right now.
Cruz lands the victory blow, and this fight is over. We have a penalty that's been called.
Buffalo penalty to number 24, Paul Cruz. A 5-minute major for fighting.
Washington gets called for roughing.
Washington penalty to number 32, Dale Hunter. 2 minutes for roughing.
Pekka gets possession off the draw. Holland out of his own zone. Holland to the net. The puck's knocked loose by Shatan.
The boy can hit.
McKee into the middle. The Sabres will change on the fly. Washington should be making a line change soon. Zednik into the middle. Moves in to the net. To Witt, who blasted it. Towards the net. Zednik to Nickel. The puck's knocked loose by Shatan. Washington needs to get a fresh line out there. The Sabres will change on the fly.
From the looks of this, they could be down a man for the rest of the game.
Oates settles in for the face-off. He'll face off against Pekka. Washington has a fresh line on the ice. Bondra winds up Hasek, then made the save. To McKee. Hunter steps back on the ice and his team will enjoy a shortened power play here. Pekka passes back. He's jolted by Pekka. To Bondra. Oates winds up. Holland clears the puck down the ice. Washington leaves this line out for an awfully long shift. McKee checked into the boards by Goncher. Bondra passes to his own blue line. Buffalo looks to be in control of this game. Goncher hits him. Holland picked his pocket. Buffalo looks to be in control of this game. Moves in to the net. Bondra passes back, who then shot it. Buffalo has a fresh line on the ice. Saved by Kolzig. Washington has a fresh line on the ice. Cruz. Shatan scores! The ref gets ready to drop the puck. Buffalo should be making a line change soon.
Buffalo goal, scored by number 81, Miroslav Shatan. Assisted by number 4, Mike Wilson, and number 45, Scott Nickel.
Witt to Zednik. The Washington Capitals come in offside.
Shatan doesn't waste a lot of shots. Routinely, he's amongst the top percentage in shooting in the NHL.
The Sabres win the faceoff. Pass intercepted. Plant into the corner. Short pass to Nicolishin. Then the pass was intercepted. Wilson over to the wing.
Last minute of play in the third period.
Under 1 minute to go in the game. Kolzig covers up the puck. The Sabres win the faceoff. McKee blasted it. Brown passes it across. Chinordi to center. The Capitals are changing on the go. 10 seconds to go. That's it. This one is over. The Washington Capitals are downed by the Buffalo Sabres.
Thank you.